Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tick's Thoughts. Thank you for coming through once a fucking again. If you're a new subscriber or a new viewer, thank you for clicking my video. And basically today we'll just get straight to the point. We're going to do a talk and draw. Actually, we're actually testing a new setup. So you guys please comment below to I don't know how it looks right now, but tell us how it looks. If you like it, we'll probably continue with it. So, yeah, today we'll be talking about fucking boundaries. I know we said no feelings, but we're going to do it different today. We're going to draw boobies and asses
Donkey.
while talking about boundaries. It's the best of both worlds because who doesn't need boundaries, okay? Everyone does. However, right, we're not talking about like the ones in like relationships or that some shit like that. We're talking about friendship. Boundaries within your friendship. Because not all of us can come through sometimes, alright? So there are two, like I said, there's a brand new setup. There's one camera right here, and I'm talking to this one right there. So you guys tell me how it looks. I'm actually drawing something, an ass.
Donkey.
So let's just get started with it, right? So like I said, we're talking about fucking boundaries and actually drawing out boundaries between friends in general. Because sometimes, like, have you guys ever had an instance where you stay over with a friend, or remember in boarding school where you literally need to draw the line when talking to some people or actually living with some people, because sometimes some people can't live together without drawing a line somewhere. You know what I mean? So take this instance, right? It's actually a story time, to be honest. So it's actually, I'm going to compare two friends I've actually lived with together and how and why I hate people, and the fact that people see me as generally, nice, and how that doesn't really benefit me in any way possible in my fucking life ever. So, I have a track record of, living with people in general because, God forbid, I live alone. I mean, I've lived on my own, as in not with my family, for the past like fucking 7 years. So it's not fucking anything new. So I do have an idea about how to live with people that I either don't like or I'm forced to be with. So generally just conforming to other people's rules and knowing when to get the fuck out of there. Alright? So I generally think I might or may not be the easiest or the hardest person to be with. The easiest person, I say the easiest person because I generally mind my business.
Mind your business, bitch.
And I don't really care about what you do or what you don't do as long as it doesn't hinder me or my progress or get me irritated or freaking annoyed. So, take friend A, right? So, I've known her for a couple of years now, and she generally knows what I like and I don't like. Shout out to you. So, it's like, bruh, she knows that I'm a clean freak. I generally am OCD about freaking everything. Everything needs to be in the right place, and even if it's a mess, yeah, it still has to be the right type of mess that I would actually, like, I created it myself, so you can't talk about it, is what I'm saying. However, I do not infringe on other people's spaces, as in, your bubble is your bubble, mine is freaking mine, and never shall they actually freaking meet at any point in time. So, and my problem is when people don't respect the fact that, yeah, I am a clean freak to a fault. And I know you guys are like, say, okay, so you're complaining that someone isn't like clean or they're not cleaning. Yeah, I am, because it's a fucking pet peeve. And it's the littlest things that actually fuck me over. So I might say. And some of the largest things is just basically not paying attention to anything I fucking say or suggest. And we all have, the saying where it's like, oh, you always have to be there for your friend. No matter what. All those fucking quotable, Tumblrable, Instagram posts. But we forget that, what if your friend doesn't want to be helped? Or doesn't want help from you? We don't know that. In general, you don't actually freaking know if your friend actually wants your help. So even if you ask and they say, yeah, sure, I do need your help, do you really? That's the question. So sometimes I actually question myself around friends as to why I actually do things for them. And I had this conversation with the gorilla, right? And I had hit it up to here with friend B. Friend B is someone who stayed with me, and one thing I love about living alone with a gorilla is the freedom and the space. Basically, the space that we have, the freedom to do anything, to walk around butt ass naked if we actually need to. However, when you're helping a friend out, going to stay over, because I've been in that situation before, staying over a friend's places, bruh, like people, I regret staying over at some people's places for the fact that it actually ruined my friendships with them. Because hey, sometimes you find when you live with people, you find out that you completely hate them and no longer want to like see them in your life. And that's just it. That's how life hands it to you, because you can't generally tolerate everyone. Everyone thinks that it's like this, right? If you're a good friend, you listen and you help. That's just it. However, you don't know what that friend herself is going through. So, I would say, how about you help yourself in general? How about you? This might actually, sometimes, you know what? Voicing it out, I can call myself freaking mean, because yeah, that's what you're supposed to think. That's what I'm supposed to think. That's what I've conditioned myself to think. That it is mean for you to be hands off about your friend. You're supposed to help them when they're in need, and so on and so fucking forth, right? But people don't say when to stop helping a friend. At what point do you take a break from that friend? If when you sacrifice, it gets too much for you as a person. This is probably the weirdest ass I've ever fucking drawn in my life. I'm actually going to do some coloring after and outline it a bit. I'm not allowed to draw like pussy. Am I even allowed to say pussy? I'm not allowed to say pussy or draw ass.
Donkey.
Technically on YouTube, because it's against the like guidelines or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, after this, I'm just gonna outline it, then toss in a bit of color, and then just color it and just make some type of design. I've been working on this for a while now. Actually, not a while. For the past 2 days. Technically speaking, for the past 2 days, because I am trying to level up my skill points, skill level thing. I don't know, the words escape me sometimes. All I know is that I am I'm absolutely tired of being the nice person where I can't literally tell someone what I need and they act like I don't deserve it. It's just freaking stupid. It doesn't really make sense, to be honest. That's the way I see it. Like, sometimes it just sucks because you just want to help someone and you just want to help someone and they're just beyond you helping them. It's not you. It's not you think it's you. You really, really think it's you, but really it's not. It's just them being the way they are, and some people just never change from that. And that's just it. And with friend B, here are a couple of things, right, that happened. I'm actually going to tell the story, definitely. Here are a couple of things that happened. So, at one point in time, right, this is the worst thing about having a friend over that I figured out. This didn't even happen with friend like A. I had ample sex. Like, my sex life came to a fucking standstill when friend B came through. Like, the gorilla never forgets sex. Never in his life. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever. However, he decided to be so courteous at one point that basically it was just like, you know what, let's not touch her else she feels jealous or this or that. And I'm like, bruh, I can't. Like, I really can't. Like, first of all, I need space. When you live with a fucking couple, you need to give them space. Like, at one point, I actually locked the doors, man. I locked the doors on her.
Damn!
Legitimately, one day we're getting down and she happened to be like not around and I just locked the doors and she was knocking and I begged the girl and I was like, don't you open that door, girl, don't you open that door, and then I was, oh god. Oh god. It's funny in hindsight, but it's very infuriating when you can't have free sex. Like, you can't just have unadulterated sex with your boyfriend because you have company. And I don't mind company if you go and come, honestly speaking. If you go and come, make yourself scarce when you need to be scarce. It's fine, you know? But then you insert yourself in like situations where you shouldn't be inserting yourself. I mean, I am the gorilla even now because of the lack of intimacy. The gorilla doesn't like portraying emotions because he is hard. So basically, there was an emotional standstill. Like, I need my talks with the gorilla. I'm gonna just toss in some color now. I don't know what to use. I'm just gonna line it up. Yeah. There was just, I don't know, man. I just needed, at one point, I just needed to talk to him, and there wasn't space to chat, and there wasn't just like space to breathe as a couple. And I respect the gorilla, and I mean, come on, if you can't really talk right now, you can't really fucking talk right now. It's fucking fine. It's fine, and then you can find some time to talk, but then when the time to talk doesn't come because there's someone else always in the room because they're always hanging around us, and she doesn't get the hint that she should go, bruh, it becomes infuriating. I start questioning, honestly speaking, why are you fucking here? So we had a little tiffy, but Lucy's a technical genius, so he fixed it. So where was I? I was talking about something. I said we should actually take a break first to actually recreate this. We switched cameras, and I colored this pink. Where was I? So we're moving on. Yeah, we're moving on in the freaking discussion. So yeah, there are a bunch of things about space. I love space, and I wish, like, friend A gave us a lot of space in comparison to everything. Like, she knew when to take hints, and she knew when to split. Like, when the situation called for without us, sometimes we'd actually be looking for her because we weren't even planning on doing something, but she'd see us getting in the mood and she'd be like, oh, I have to and then she'd be gone for like so long, and then we'd start thinking about doing something because, oh, why not, because I mean, yeah. So yeah, those are just the subtle hints. And the funny thing is that we did have these conversations. We had these conversations where we both said that, okay, if I need a break from you and you need a break from me, you're gonna say something. And I say something, and then you take it some type of way. Because first and foremost, yes, I am pissed at you for something that you fucking did, that you shouldn't have done. Another fucking thing I hate, this is a fucking, bruh, look. There is a lot of things that you could pretty much freaking do to piss me off that won't get me actually talking. And then there's just one freaking thing. Everyone says that they freaking hate this, but they're always guilty of it, right? Everyone says that they hate being like pinned. They hate. My words escaping. My words. Some people say that they freaking hate when someone pins the blame on them when it's not their freaking fault. Okay, cool. I get that. You didn't fucking do it. Of course not. However, you're doing it to fucking me in some sort of way. And you're all about asking me for advice and telling me how you can stand up for yourself while you're just literally tossing negativity at me. Perhaps, you know what? I'm not actually going to I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Really, to be honest. Take everything with a fucking pinch of salt, because first and foremost, not everyone is actually not everyone actually knows what they're doing at certain times. Sometimes it's just the way you are. Sometimes it plays that way in your head, and sometimes you have that particular response in your head. Fine. However, you know me as, well, me, pretty much, and you know what I don't like, and it's not like I'm hiding it from you. I frankly don't. But you still go ahead and cross the line. And this is the thing. I'm the type of person that's like, okay, you know what? The first time is a mistake. It's fine. I'm gonna let it slide. Second time, it's cool. It's cool. Probably another mistake. You probably didn't hear me right. 3, okay, you know what? And probably I obviously, shame on me, did it wrong the second time. However, the fourth and final time is the fucking last time, because I can't deal with things that irritate me for so freaking long. And Gorilla has a wonderful way of actually making me the saint that I am. He's just like, well, think of what you've been through and everything that's happened to you. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, no one helped me. So why do I need to help someone else? And you're like, oh, because you're a good person. And I'm like, there's people dying. I didn't help them. But someone who doesn't really sound or look like they respect my opinion, you want me to help them? I mean, right now we don't even look like she want my help. So it's like, let's just brush that off and let's all get on with our lives. It's as fucking simple as that. I'm actually not afraid of losing friends for the most part. Actually, I'm actually not afraid of losing friends because I've lost a bunch of friends for the same reasons. And I found a bunch of friends for the same reasons. The fact that it's like I am just mega blunt about what I like and I don't like. I will literally yell at you at one point. If I get so frustrated. Ask the gorilla, man. Like, sometimes I get so frustrated that I yell at him. And for the past so long that she's been with us, at one point he was like, why are you even mad at me? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just mad at everything, at everyone. I need a break, but I can't catch a break. You guys were telling me that I had bags under my eyes and I was overworking myself, not knowing that not only physically, actually, I was overworking myself mentally because I was trying to make several people happy at the same time. But you can't make someone happy who doesn't really have that goal. She doesn't really, the person doesn't really know what their view of happiness is right now. So there's no way for me to actually help you, if you know what I mean. Like, how can I help you find something when you don't know what it is, or what it's called, or what it looks like? You know? It doesn't make sense to me. You're just putting a strain on myself and yourself. So why don't you just, while we take a step back and reevaluate the situation. Maybe you don't need my input. It's true, I don't know everything. I haven't been in every situation. I might not be the right friend for you to even be hanging around right now with. You might need a different set of people. However, I know that I cannot be hanging around that type of energy right now because I absolutely know what I need to do and I'm doing it. I just can't, I don't have the energy anymore, right, to help people find their path because I'm also on a journey to I don't know where. I have things to think about, not just you. I understand that you're in pain. Just like me, by the way, you're not the only one in this dreary world filled with hurt and pain and disappointment. It's all of us in it. It's all of us in it. So it's just like some people need a reality check. Sometimes I need a reality check. Sometimes smack myself and tell myself that, you know what, you're not the only person having an existential crisis. You're not the only one doing this or that or trying to find your way. You're not the only 27-year-old trying to start up their business. You're just but one. And unfortunately, this but one needs herself and her boyfriend alone forever, or until I say so. So I don't know if I can do any more because I'm stumped. I've done all that I freaking can and will do. I still have a lot to freaking learn anyway about drawing and about friendship, actually. So, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to my freaking rant and another episode of Text Thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.